Hey guys, we're Blended95, recording to you live from your local county prison cell. And, so today's fight is gonna be something that you really have to have... It's gonna be something between people that aren't really common knowledge. It's not gonna be like a premier person, like, you know, Superman, Batman, someone like that. These are gonna be two people that you have to have seen the show to know who the hell they are. This is going to be Kimiko from, or Kimiko, sorry, not Kimiko. Kimiko from Shaolin Showdown versus Azula from Avatar: Last Airbender. So, the, yeah, two first ladies of the flame, that's what I like to call this fight. So let's get into it. Azula. Very dangerous. Oh, and, before we start, ironically, I got mentioned in this. I don't know, for those of you who might remember my first video that I deleted from my page because it was sort of irrelevant after I started doing this for a while. A guy that I very much inspired the way I do this, and inspired me to do this. I don't want to call him out or anything, you know, but, Mr. Deadpoolzilla. I mean, I had a lot of inspirations, but Deadpoolzilla, was really one of the big inspirations I had to do this. And, funny enough, I actually requested this fight before I made the list to his... he calls them debates, but it's the same concept, you know, fights between people. I recommended this fight to his, you know, and he did it, right? And, he butchered my name, my username 3 times, and he never got it right. Like, he didn't get any, he never said it right. Right? And now, if you type in my username, VerbalEngine95, on YouTube, that video shows up because I'm the guy who recommended it, so he says, you know, requested by blah 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 on his video. And I don't want to hold it against him, but that was bad that was like a shot at free publicity for me, and he just ruined it, but, you know, no hard feelings. I still watch the guy all the time. He's one of Deadpoolzilla. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna actually put him as a... I'm gonna put him at the bottom of my, I'm gonna put him on the bottom of my, of the description on this. Anyway. Azula, being the daughter of Fire Lord Ozai, except for Ozai himself, she is the greatest firebender in her family. To the point where she, even despite being younger than Zuko, she mastered I believe it said when they were kids, even though she was like, what was it, a couple years younger than him, she had already mastered 14 different styles of firebending more than he had, or forms of firebending more than he had. So she is a complete prodigy. To the point where she also has a rare, I guess trait you could call it, the blue flame that she uses. And for those of you who don't know, you know, for those of you who don't grill or anything, a blue flame is a hell of a lot hotter than a orange flame. Like, a blue flame is the type of shit you get out of a blowtorch. An orange flame is what you get when you rub 2 sticks together. It's not even close to how hot a blue flame is. So she can really fuck somebody up with that, alright? Now, she's also mastered lightning bending. And she is an incredibly agile... She's an adept fighter, alright? Her volleyball skills prove that. She's an incredibly adept fighter, great martial artist, but, you know, her physical her acrobatics are fantastic, and her firebending helps with that. She can fly. by shooting fire out of her hands and, like, making herself a human jet. That's a little hard to beat, to be honest with you. I mean, but anyway, and her greatest attribute, overall, bar none, is her mind. She is a cold and calculated thinker. She's a master manipulator. Not that, I mean, she knows exactly how to turn everything to her advantage. She knows exactly how to mind fuck you to the point where, you know, you think you're playing her, you think, you know, you've got her on the rope. Nope, you're playing right into her hands every time. Right? Now, let's go to Azula. Or, not, bleh, let's go to Kimiko. Kimiko is the Shaolin Dragon of Fire. Right? Serving under Master Wong. Or Master Monk Feng. No, sorry, Master Feng. Yeah, Wong. There are a bunch of Chinese names, I'm sorry. Master Feng. So her element is fire. She also is an incredible martial artist. And also, peak human acrobatic level. And even, actually, superhuman acrobatic level, considering all this shit she's been able to do. And again, her fire assists with that. She has, like, signature moves she does, but it pretty much is shooting fire. She does, Ukulele Flip, which is, like, a back-flipping attack where she shoots, like, blades of fire at you. And then Wudai Mars, which I think is, like, her jumping into the air and then, like, crashing down like a meteor, which is also pretty awesome. But she carries a Wudai weapon, which is the Arrow Sparrow, which is like this unlimited bag of flaming shurikens that she uses. They're shaped as birds, but they're still pretty much shuriken. And she has, I guess you could say, two Shangang. I mean, anybody can use them, but she has like two signature Shangang Wu. The Star Hanabi, which just shoots fire, and the Cat's Eye Draco, which I'm not sure if that was actually a Shangang Wu or a Wudai weapon. I don't remember exactly. But basically, when combined with the Arrow Sparrow, summons this giant fucking phoenix to, you know, just summons this giant ass phoenix to, you know, and shoots it at the opponent. But in a fight, Kimiko is smart, but she's like a technical genius. You know, she's like science and math, right? She's not, you know, strategy. She's the Donatello, not the Leonardo. I guess you could put it that way. But her shit. Her, like, in the Avatar universe, right? Fire can still hurt firebenders, and in, you know, the Shaolin Showdown universe, before Shaolin Chronicles, fire can still hurt fire. You know? So, there's no immunity to each other here. This isn't Natsu, this isn't, you know, no, it's... Fire still hurts fire. Now, in terms of actual fighting, I mean, it's sort of implied that Azula is bigger than Kimiko, but I don't want to say one of them is humongous, you know, one of them's really that much bigger than the other. Just because Omi's really fucking short and Kimiko's not that much taller than him. But in terms of actual martial arts, Kimiko takes it. I mean, Azula is a martial artist, but she relies very heavily on her firebending. Kimiko can kick ass without fire. Right? So, hell, before they actually started being able to use their elements in like a physical form, and they were just sort of embodying their elements, she was still able to take down, you know, giant-ass robots and shit by herself. No Shangang Wu and stuff. So, Kimiko, I'm gonna say, in an actual fight, really beats Azula. But in terms of actual firepower, Kimiko is better with fire in itself because she just has more and better ways to use it. Azula isn't as good, like doesn't have as much power behind her fire. It's hotter than Kimiko's, but it's not like she can't summon a giant ass phoenix like Kimiko can. But then again, she could do it from like any point of her body. She can breathe fire. But Azula can also has lightning, which in a fight between who can take more fire, the person that can shoot lightning is probably gonna win. Because that's gonna be like something that Kimiko's not gonna be expecting. So I don't actually know who to give it to. And ironically enough, this is the same way the Deadpool-Zilla debate ended. I don't know who to give it to. Whatever you guys think will probably be. I'll, explain why you think who you think will win. As for now, this is Verbal 95. See ya.